Good afternoon, my hatters, on this wonderful Sunday as we continue to watch my hairline fall back like the evening tides of the Pacific Ocean. Okay, so the thing that I wanted to talk about today was is how I was gonna handle my kids when they become adults. Now the fun thing is that for me, I don't talk about it a lot, but I actually grew up with my father, and my father was one of those sink or swim kind of guys. You know, when I had to figure out how I was going to get into college and how I was going to do things as an adult, he said, you know, do what you got to do. I didn't learn how to get into a college. I didn't learn how to find a job. I didn't learn how to do anything. I had to figure it out. Right now, that doesn't make my dad a bad dad. It's just that he believed, in absolute independence. You know, he had his own problems. You know, he was trying to, maintain his own household, and he was trying to make his marriage work at the time. You know, among a lot of things. The thing is that you know he was teaching us, but he wasn't teaching us everything. And again, that doesn't make him a bad guy. It just means that he couldn't teach us everything, and that's something that I'm also realizing as a father myself. But one of the things that I really have to pay attention to was is how was I gonna teach my kids as far as their transitioning is concerned when it comes to them going to being adults. And my thing was quite simple, actually. I actually wanted to make sure that, when they became adults, that they would be with me. Okay, right? They would live with me, and one of the things was is that they would live rent free. You know, because I didn't want to give them the absolute pressure of having to be an adult when they're just becoming an adult. So it's not like I'm not gonna have them turn 18 and they gotta pay rent and they gotta help with bills and they gotta kick in and all this other stuff. No, the thing for me is that I want them to go into adulthood smoothly. I want them to make that transition smoothly. So like when they turn 18 is okay. Focus on school, right? You want to go to college, go to college. Get that degree, and hopefully you do the smart thing. Find that man, and y'all two make a family together, and y'all both build on that. As the years go on, like they used to do back in the day. Now, a lot of people told me that this is irresponsible. You're not teaching them anything. You're only enabling them, blah blah blah. And that's a matter of opinion. But the thing is considering how I transitioned into adulthood, having to help kick in with bills and try to, you know, be at extra income for, you know, my dad's household or my grandma's household or somebody else's household, and not being able to try to make that transition so that I can go my own way afterwards. It's just it's just maddeningly frustrating. And currently, as it stands, I only have girls. I have two girls, okay, and that's not including my stepdaughter, okay, because at the end of the day, if they are going to try to have any kind of success, it's better to not try to force them to be strong and independent when they're just becoming adults. I would rather them work on trying to, get their education as easy as possible. And they'll know that when they become adults, that they can not have to worry about being strong and independent. They can find a guy that will shoulder the load that I have put on myself to be for them. That said, that would help them learn a sense of interdependence. You know, they know how to be independent. Because they're gonna want to have their own money. They're gonna want to have to pay their own stuff, but at the same time, they're not having to pay my bills. They're not having to help kick in on my bills. Because if I think that that's what I gotta do to teach them responsibility, then I think that I failed them as a parent, and that's not something that I want to do. That said, I believe that trying to make things as easy for them as they make that transition into adulthood is more important to me. Like people even told me, hey, charge them rent or something, and then just set it aside and give it to them when they are ready to move out. I think that's stupid. That's just my opinion. I think it's stupid. I would rather just say, hey, learn to save your money. If you can't, well, then it just wasn't meant to be anyway. But right now, as it stands right here, yeah, you make your money, you save it yourself. If if it is at all possible, by all means, ask me. I will gladly take care of it for you, because that's what I would do for my daughters. That's what I do for my daughters. Obviously, one of them can't talk right now. She's only a year old. But if in the event that it's like, okay, well, I need something, can you do it for me, Dad? Yeah, of course. It's not that, it's not a problem to me. And hopefully, she finds somebody that is just like that, you know, because I'm not gonna sit here and call a man a simp for being a provider to his woman and his kids, because that's stupid. You know, calling a guy a simp for taking care of his woman or taking care of his kids is stupid. Regardless of how you feel about that woman, that ain't your woman, so why the fuck do you care? You feel me? Or that ain't your kid. Why the fuck do you care? It doesn't matter. What matters to me is okay, I am taking care of my kids even when they become adults, and hopefully when they hit that adulthood, they find somebody that is willing to to do for them what I do for them, so that when they go out on their own, I don't have to do it for them anymore. They're taking care of each other, and that's I think the most important thing about relationships, and what a lot of people fail to realize what it is about relationships. But that's a different topic for a conversation. My point is that I want to make sure that my kids don't have to resort to modern woman themes when they become adults or when they even become teenagers, because that for me would symbolize my failure as a father. You know, I don't want to hear about my daughter starting an OnlyFans account or becoming a stripper or being a walker or doing anything that involves sex work. I would rather my daughter go to college. Yeah, she can get whatever degree she want to get. I don't knock a woman for getting a degree, but I would like for her to get a degree in whatever the fuck she wants to do. Hopefully she gets it on an athletic scholarship or even an academic one or both. Doesn't matter. She gets her scholarship, she gets her degree, and she finds the man that would be the provider and the caring man that she would need for the rest of her life, and go from there, rather than having to resort to get it by any means necessary, rather than them two coming together, getting it together, and becoming successful. I think that would be more important to me than anything. But again, that is merely my opinion. So this is just a short video for me on a Sunday afternoon. What do you guys think? Do you agree, disagree? Let me know in that comment section. Like, share, subscribe, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day, whatever day that may be. And as I always say, kindness is free, and I'm cheap as fuck. I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Jesus Christ, just do what you have to do. Bye.